Well, hello friends, this is Tommy Oakes and this is the Story Break. I'd like to welcome you to one of my favorite places for the Story Break. It's my front porch. If you listen carefully, you might hear a bird or two sing because there's a little bird feeder right behind me, and right now I think there's one little fella there sharing some of our bird seed. Now, not only is this one of my favorite places, for this Story Break, you're going to get to hear from my favorite person in this world, my wife, Patricia. We've been married 58 years, and she just has some of the best stories you've ever heard. She's going to share a story. You can find it in one of her books, and when this is over, you'll probably see on the screen how you can access her book. But would you welcome my wife, Patricia, to the Story Break?
A few years ago, I was having trouble hearing, and I had not gotten hearing aids at the time. And Tommy and John Thomas were out of town, so I went to church with my sister. It was a very interesting morning. When the boys got home from their trip, I said, all through the sermon, I had a hard time hearing. There's an old Gary Larson cartoon where this woman or man, I can't remember, is talking to their dog. And they're going, shame on you, Ginger. You got in the trash again, Ginger. Bad girl, Ginger. And then the next little section of the cartoon shows what Ginger hears. This is what she hears. Blah, 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 Ginger. Blah, 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 Ginger. I told the guys that sermon, all through the sermon, it was like the preacher was going blah, 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 blah. And then when communion time came, the guy who got up to do communion was the same thing, only I heard one word. He went blah, 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 Jesus. Blah, 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 Jesus. I heard that word. As I drove home that day, I thought, that's really the only word I needed to hear.
Well, friends, I'm glad you were at the Story Break. I'm glad you got to hear my wife, Patricia. We'll be looking forward to seeing you next time. Thanks for coming.